My friend, we're gonna play a D diminished, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a first finger, play a first fret on the G, second finger is gonna play the first fret on the E, wrap that third finger around for the C, and don't play anything on that open A. In fact, touch the pinky to the top there so it mutes the string. So when you do play your A flat, your C, and your F, it doesn't influence that A and get a diatone, which would sound kind of funky. Another really fun chord we could do is play our first finger, second finger, and third finger, and then fourth finger. Now this is a bit of a stretch. It works, but it's kind of hard to do. So what I would suggest is just bar, B-A-R-R-E, these two. Take our second and third finger and play like that, and then it gives this finger a little bit more of an extension to go up over the top of those notes. I hope that makes sense. This chord is a horrible chord, and if you practice at it, it will become your favorite chord. I use it all the time. Never. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd never use this chord. But I would if I played in a key that which would require me to play a D diminished. If I was going from my D diminished and going right back into another chord, well, here's my D. For me to go into an E flat, like D diminished, listen to this chord. It sounds good when doing that, but honestly, when I'm playing like E flat, F minor, G minor, A flat major, is that right? Yeah, A flat major, B flat major. When I go to my next chord, I have my C minor. My D, when I go to my D, I go up here and I play this chord. Well, this chord right here is exactly what I'm showing you. So a great way to do that would be maybe just bar up this third fret, play our E string at the fourth, and then play both our fives right here. That gives us a nice solid D diminished. Now, if we play our E here and then wrap that over the top, as we aforementioned, you can do that, or just bar, which is a little bit easier on the fingers. And then lastly, for our D diminished, we're gonna play the 7th fret here on the G. We're gonna take our fingers and play right here, which is gonna be on our E, that is incorrect, on our C and our A, and then we're gonna stretch our pinky out so we can play the E string in between on the 10. Gorgeous, huh? Now, no, that wasn't it. There it is. So when we play these chords, how do we get used to playing these? What I like to do is like sometimes do half steps into them. So if I was doing this one and I pulled it backwards, I would have only the C note and 2 open strings, and then I would move it forward to hear that note. The next chord that we had was right here, right? So I would go back a half step to the 2nd fret and do a D flat diminished to a D diminished. That helps me play around with a lot of diminished chords, and I use these all the time when trying to solo. Let's say we were going back to that aforementioned E flat, but we're gonna throw an F minor there and we're using the diminished to get there. It would sound something like this. Have a 7 chord and a 2 chord and a 1 chord. Well, if that was the progression we were doing, I would do something like a. Have fun with that groove. And then right back in that E flat or something. But D diminished is a great chord to start utilizing. If you think of it this way, it seriously is like a D, F sharp, and A, but we flatten the 3rd and we flatten the 5th. D, F, A flat. There it is. Aloha.